All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our LMG.Y Wednesdays event. This is Shane Hyman, CEO of Lifestyle Marketing Group, Inc., and very excited to be here with you all for another edition of our Y Wednesday event, where we share our passions, our purpose, and our why. Okay. Our why personally, our why as a company, and just digging deep within so we can connect deeper in this way to help enrich our lives, enrich our relationships, enrich everything that we're doing moving forward, and to enrich our goals of what we want to do as a company, because we have some very large goals as a company. Okay. If you're here with us for the first time, you'll learn, if you get back to the person who invited you and get their referral link, you can sign up for free. You can get access to all of our information, and you can learn about our company's why and what we intend on doing in the global marketplace, how we found solutions to multiple industries, and how we want to help people, how we want to help this network marketing community win, as well as just the community in general. We want more people to be able to become financially stable and to use that position of stability to further themselves into wealth generation. So we're going to get started here in another minute or so. All right, just wanted to open up the call here and let you guys know that we're going to get started in another minute. I just want to do some technical housekeeping for a moment, and then we're going to dive right in. All right, thank you. All right, everybody. Hello again and welcome. This is Shane Hyman coming to you live from Southern California for yet another edition of our LMG.Y Wednesday. All right, we're excited. It's always great to come together as a growing company and a growing community of like-minded individuals who are working together to make a difference. We have a powerful vision of the future. Utilizing our company and our concepts to help make a difference on a global basis. And we understand when you have goals and when you have dreams and aspirations, that understanding your why and connecting to your passions and your purpose is really a key factor to making those things become a reality. Okay. And we're not afraid to dream. We have some big goals and we have some dreams, and those dreams and goals have developed a confidence in a vision that we have, and growing and evolving vision, you know. And the difference between a dream and a vision to me is dreams are something that you dream of, that you desire, that you're not afraid to allow your mind and your imagination to enable you to think and want those things. Now, a vision is something that you can see for yourself or for the future. Okay, it is more than just a dream. It's something that you find to be convincing. You have a conviction from within in your heart and a belief behind what you see will happen in the future. Okay, and as we connect with our passion, with our purpose, and with our whys, this is going to enable us to take this vision that we have and bring it into reality. We are much stronger together than we are individually. And there's a lot that we can do together. So this is a very special event. And I want to thank everybody for joining us here live. And if you're watching this as a recording, because this is being recorded, then we want to thank you as well and commend you for your participation in such a really impactful personal development type of event. So this is a very special event. Again, I'm just honored, and it's a privilege to connect with so many like-minded people and to hear from you guys personally what your why is. Okay, so we welcome you, and you know, we want to encourage you. You know, even if you're a little shy, these are the things that will help you gain the confidence to speak out publicly and share what your why is. Okay, and as you do that, it will definitely have an impact on your ability to share the business and to share your feelings, share your desires, because when you can talk about your why and what you're passionate about, it becomes different than recruiting. You know, that's one word that we typically don't like to use in our model either, right? It's not about recruiting, it's about inviting, it's about sharing, it's about referring. Okay, and it makes it a relationship business. It makes it more personal. All right, and by doing that, it will create longer lasting, sustainable relationships. We will be cemented together as a community and organization, and we can plan, calculate, and execute these grand visions that we have. So before we jump into the call, I'd like to open up our event here with a video clip that will set the tone. Okay, set the vibration, if you will, of what it is that we're doing here with our LMG.Y Wednesday event. So I'm going to go ahead and cue up this video, and I really believe that you guys are going to enjoy this. So without any further ado, let's take a look at this What's Your Why motivational video. Thank you.
Very, very few people in very, very few organizations can clearly state why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make money. That's a result. By why, I mean what's your purpose, what's your cause, what's your belief? Why does your company exist? Why did you get out of bed this morning? And why should anyone care?
What is your why? Why'd you even get out of the bed this morning?
What's your why? Why do you want to do it?
What is your gift? Are you an artist? Are you the talent that can produce something no one else produces as a skill or a product or a service or some impact?
Well, life is worth living when you find purpose.
If y'all gonna be great on that field, you gotta have a why. You gotta have a reason for why you do what you do.
You can write everything down if you want to. Be brave enough to write every one of your goals down. But I'm going to tell you something. Life's going to hit you in your mouth, and you got to do me a huge favor. Your why has to be greater than that knockdown. And I love it. Buster Douglas got knocked out. Nobody ever got knocked out by Mike Tyson and ever got back up. It was almost a 10 count. He was stumbling. They were 4, 3, 2, and 1, and ding, 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 saved by the bell. And he goes to his corner. The whole world is like, yep, that's it. Once he comes back out, that's it. Mike's gonna just hammer him. And exactly that. Mike Tyson came out like, I got him. I got this kid up against the rope. Listen to me, many of you right now, life's got you up against the rope. You can't give up. You can't give in. Listen to me, if it was easy, everybody would do it. And if life's got you backed up, I need you to do what Buster Douglas did. Buster Douglas started fighting back. The world was shocked. Goliath has been knocked down. What happened? And they went to Buster Douglas and they asked Buster Douglas simply like, what happened? And Buster Douglas said, listen to me, it's real simple. Before my mother died, she told the whole world that I was going to beat Mike Tyson. And 2 days before the fight, my mother died. Buster Douglas had a decision to make. When his mother died, he could die with his mother, or he made a decision, I can wake up and I can live for mom. And he knocked Mike Tyson out simply because his why was greater than that punch. His why was greater than defeat. His why was greater than his trial and his tribulation. And I'm telling you, if you don't know what your why is and your why isn't strong, you're going to get knocked out every single day.
If
you want to live a life of success, a life of complete success, happiness and fulfillment, you must find your purpose. You see, if you don't know what your purpose is, if you don't know what drives you, what inspires you, then you have no reason to improve your life. How can you improve your life if you have no reason to improve it? Why do you do what you do? Why do you do what you do? What's the reason? Why do you exist? Do you know what it takes to be great? Are you willing to go the extra mile? I tell you time and time again, you will get tired. But if you have a why, we'll give you that extra strength, that extra foot you need, that extra hour you need, the courage. Why are you different from everyone else who's trying to do the same thing you're doing? What makes you stand out? Why are you so important?
Find your why. Your why will pull you up when you feel like you don't have the strength to get up anymore. Your why will keep you fighting when everyone else thinks you are out for the count. Why? Who are you fighting for? What drives you?
Your purpose is that one thing that lights you up. It's the one thing that will get you up early. That one thing. When you're doing it, time stops. Your purpose may be something you don't want. It may be seeing someone in your past and thinking, no matter what, I will ensure I never end up like that. Your purpose is always something that lights a fire in you. I will do this no matter what. My family is counting on me. My friends are counting on me. I am counting on me.
And you may even think you know who you are because you've been living a certain way, but I'll tell you how you'll know. You'll feel euphoric, you'll feel strong, you'll feel unlimited, you'll feel free.
And most people, they're stating what they hope will come together, and if it doesn't happen, then they're disappointed, but they're not too disappointed because they're not too vested.
I'm suggesting that you set aside time every day, if you're not doing it already, reading 10 to 15 pages of something positive every day, listening to audio programs, investing in yourself to expand your mind for what is possible.
And then once you find out what you want, spend the rest of your natural life waking up and going after it.
If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy.
Winners win and losers lose.
I love my life. Do you want to know why? Because I've seen the purpose. Because I have no arms, no legs, you're all listening to what I have to say.
See, again, the secret's going to be this. What is an extraordinary life on your terms today?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to give you guys the first 5 minutes of that video clip because I was moved by it when I watched it, and it touched on a lot of things, and I thought it was, you know, right on point with what we're doing as a company and what we're doing with this Why Wednesday event, just to kind of set the tone and to put us in a frame of mind and a state of being, so that way we can unfold in this very great time that we spent together here for our Why Wednesday. So with that being said, let's jump right in. We'd love to hear from you, so just get yourself ready. Everybody's muted automatically, but if you just use the chat box or the raise hand feature, we'll be happy to get you guys all in the queue, so that way you can share your why. It could be as little or as elaborate, you know, as you want it to be, you know, and just know that, you know, knowing our why is something that is an ongoing thing. You know, you might hear from someone here on the call that really can explain and articulate their why, and you may say, wow, that person really has it together. But guess what? Even they are evolving. Their why is continuing to grow and develop. So, you know, no matter, you know, where you are in the process, just feel free to jump in, because we're all one. We're one community with one mind and one vision, and we're going to execute that. But I have a very special person on line with us here, one of our top senior founders out of Texas. All right. And I want to introduce him up to the call to have a few words and help us open up this fantastic Why Wednesday event. So, Mr. Bruce Martin, I've unmuted you and just want to welcome you up to this edition of our Why Wednesday call. How you doing there, Bruce?
I'm doing fine, buddy. How are you doing today?
Just absolutely fantastic. Thank you.
Great, great. Oh, man, you stuck it on me here right off the bat. You know, I told about my why last week, but you know, my why is just to get in a comfortable area where there's not a lot of stress. I try to make life like that now, but it comes up sometimes. But you know, just to be in a better place, you know, as far as financially, be able to help people out, and really, all the marketers we see getting in here, I'd really like to see them succeed and be very successful at this. Because probably a lot of them have been trying. They try a while, they quit a while, they get back in it, you know, and just never has found that right thing. And this, I believe, is it. I believe this is it. And you gotta work at it. You know, since I got the floor, I'll just tell a little story that happened to me today. Had a marketer that contacted me. I'd probably kind of been doing business with her for a couple of years. Well, she's wanting to know what's going on in this business. She wants to know what's going on in this business. Well, one business she's been in over 2 years, or about 2 years, and the other one had been in it a year. Well, if she's doing anything, she don't have to contact me to find out what's going on in the business. You know, she should know. You know, so yeah. I found that, you know, I hope everybody that's on this call is trying to keep up with what's going on, which that's good, but there's a lot of people not. But, you know, I'd like to, Michael Spriggs, I'd kind of like for him to come on here and tell us his why. Michael is a hard-working guy. I've been watching him. He just joined me. I just met him, I don't know, maybe a week and a half ago or so, but he's staying after it and, you know, trying to bring people in. I'd like for him to tell his why, if he would. Would you do that, Michael?
Hey, Michael, we've unmuted you and invited you up to the call if you'd like to share a little bit about your why.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Really
buddy.
Good.
That's good.
I noticed today you had wrote, I seen it on the internet, you put your why in one of your areas. Won't you just tell everybody about your why?
Yeah, I can tell you a little bit. I just like to want to help people save money and make money and help churches out, and that's all I can say for now.
All right, man.
Well, I appreciate that too, Michael. I mean, I've seen him too. He's reached out and you know, and has let me know as well, you know, a lot of his goals, and that, you know, he's not going to give up. You know, one thing
exactly.
that I like about, you know, what you know, Michael Spriggs' attitude towards it is, you know, I'm going to do whatever it takes, no matter what. You know, if
exactly.
I'm not seeing instant results, that's nothing that's going to make me defeated. You know, I see something and I want it bad enough. My why is strong enough that I know I'm going to do what it takes, and I'm going to endure through to the end. So hats off to you, Michael, and I appreciate you joining us here on the line and sharing a little more with us.
Yeah, and anything, Michael, don't get discouraged. This company here, I've been fortunate enough. I've brought in a good many people in here. All right, has built a fairly large team. But in my marketing career, trust me, buddy, I've been there. I've gone month and a half and not signed nobody up to anything. You just got to keep your nose to the ground, and it'll start happening. It's kind of like the stock market. It's kind of up and down on signing people up. You know, you just, if you put in the work, it'll eventually pay off.
And that's why I love our growing community too. You know, everybody in the group, everybody in our chats, um, lifting one another up, continuing to encourage each other, you know, supporting each other's posts, juicing the posts, so to speak, right? It's just, you know, I just have to thank everybody. And this is, guys, this is just the beginning. You know, all those things that we're talking, all those things that we're doing to support one another, that will be built into our model. Okay, there will be incentives for doing what you should be doing anyway, posting and by juicing each other's posts and doing these different things that's going to help us grow as a company and reach all of our grand goals, right? But even just to do it naturally in the beginning, I tip my hat off to everybody in our community. You guys are so wonderful. I'm telling you, history is definitely in the making because you're not seeing this, you know, out there. So this is wonderful. Now, I did, Bruce, I saw someone else had raised their hand, and I'm gonna prepare to let Robert share his why. Robert has shared before in the past, and he's a great speaker. Robert, we enjoy you each time, so we want to thank you in advance for sharing. And Bruce, if you wanted to chime in again, you know, be sure to let me know. Absolutely, anytime we can hear from you is always a pleasure. So thank you, Bruce.
All right, thank you, buddy.
Absolutely. All right, and as I prepare to open up the call for Robert, who has his hands up, any of you who want to share as well, just go ahead and hit that hands up button, raise your hand, or drop us a line in the chat, and we'll be happy to have you share as well. But for now, let's hear from Robert. Robert, how you doing there today?
I'm good, Shane. Hey, man, thanks for giving everyone the heads up. Robert's coming. Watch out. Put the kids away. The breakables. Here he comes. Hey, you know what?
Oh, absolutely.
I just realized something, man. What's that?
Oh, nothing. Go ahead.
Hey, Shane, I just realized that there's so many people right now that are experiencing why. There's so many people that are out of work. So now they're experiencing what it's like to be quality time with their family, teaching their children, you know, doing things together as a family and loving each other more than ever. And soon they're going to be going back to work like, oh man, I want my family. They don't realizing it, but they're living their why, and without realizing that to them. It just dawned on me just now, you know. And so we need to connect with different people. Like, hey, way for you to extend your why, and you don't have to worry about going back to work. We'll take care of that. You know, so I just but I wanted to share this. It's a video, but I just took notes, and at the bottom of it is a quote from Conflictly, but it says, "The will to win, the desire to succeed, full potential, these are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence." That's from Confucius. I believe I said it right. So it's important for us to and just go for it. And you know how they say think outside the box or land in the star, you're halfway there. I said, no, go beyond. You got to focus on the think that far out, because that's potential that this gives us. So we know what why is and hone in on it and let them know there's a way for you to enjoy your life. And I appreciate your time too. God bless.
Absolutely. God bless you too, Robert. Always a pleasure hearing from Robert, you all. Another one of our LMG founders. And you know what, I just have to say, if you guys are on the line right now and you've joined our Why Wednesday event and you haven't upgraded to founder yet, you know, we want to encourage you to do so because we don't want you to miss out, okay? And that's why we're connecting to our why, so people can see the value in what we're doing, continue to join our community and, not miss out on something massive here, because, this is going to be a great advantage, almost considerably an unfair advantage, because it's going to be that much better when you're a founder as we move forward accomplishing all of our goals. So thank you, Robert. Always a pleasure hearing from you. Now, I want to bring up the next person who let it be known in the chat that they wanted to share but couldn't find the raise hand feature. And forgive me if I mispronounce your name, but I'm going to try anyway, and you could correct me. I'm unmuting you. Is it Foray?
Actually, it's using part of my email address as my name, but my name is Benjamin Stites.
Oh, Benjamin.
I'm a brother,
Okay.
Buster Stites. My why is because I've been working for Walmart for 15 years, and it's just getting too stressful, and I'm wanting to try something different and help people and that work with me also to try something different to see if they can better their lives.
Oh man, that's special. That is so special. And thank you, Benjamin. You know, your brother, Buster, is a great guy as well too. Hats off to Buster, phenomenal leader. Okay. And thank you for sharing your why. You know, we've had, you know, a few other leaders who've shared and they talked about it. You know, they want to help people connect to more success and to be a little bit more financially free and have the time freedom all at the same time. You know, oftentimes we talk about being a slave to our job or a slave to our debt and things of that nature. And, you know, that's one of the things that we're doing as a company. We want to make our solutions readily available to as many people as possible who are willing to connect to them, so that way they can accomplish these things and they can feel relief. Okay, so thanks again. We really appreciate it. All right, let's see here. Now, do we have any other hands raised? Okay, and I'm scrolling through, looking at the chat just to see if someone else wanted to share their why. All right. Okay. And don't be shy. We love to hear from you, even if you guys just have some comments. Okay. All right. So at this time, I'm not seeing anybody's hands raised, but as you're getting your thoughts together or, you know, mustering up the confidence to want to speak out, I'm going to go ahead and share a little bit more about my why. Okay. And, you know, it all starts with, you know, my story. The fact that I was born into this world addicted to drugs and with minor birth defects. And as a result, I was placed in foster care, and I went from, you know, home to home until ultimately I was adopted into a wonderful family. And, you know, I'm just absolutely blessed because of that, you know. And, you know, my story isn't a story of, you know, tragedy to triumph. You know, it's more of like a crisis averted type of story. And even as a child and a younger man, you know, I recognized God's grace in my life, and the good blessings and the fortune that I had to have such a good upbringing. Okay. And when I looked at statistically, you know, what the outcome could have been for my life, I just, you know, I was always just, you know, thankful, you know, and, you know, I always wanted to, you know, make my parents proud, you know, and just show them how much I appreciate them and how I appreciate how they allow God to use them and make a difference in my life and in the life of my siblings, you know, because they couldn't have kids. And after so many years in their marriage, they were struggling, and you know, they had the good fortune of meeting a powerful man of God who helped bring them to Christ and save their marriage. And they couldn't have kids, and they adopted, they fostered, and they adopted. And I'm a product of that, and I'm just thankful. You know, my life could be completely different. And at some point during the adoption process, my my biological mother wanted to put up a fight, and you know, she probably would have won. You know, I was real young at the time, but I do remember the judge bringing me into his chambers, and he wanted to get my opinion on it. He wanted me to weigh in on it. You know, what direction do you want to go in? You know, And long story short, my biological mother probably would have won, because the system's not perfect, but everybody's doing their best. Okay, we got to appreciate what we have while we try to improve upon it, right? And I probably would have been returned. And even statistically, a lot of things happen. I think everybody deserves a second shot, but sometimes it's for the better. But I was fortunate. I was fortunate enough because my biological mother at the time said to the judge and to my parents that she'd rather me stay with them because I would have a better life. So, I want to, in gratitude, do the same thing for as many children as possible as what was done to me. So systemically, I have some big lofty goals to help revolutionize, okay, the foster care system, starting here in America, and anything that we can do globally. We'll take our solutions and we'll put them in place as much as we can to help make a difference in the lives of disadvantaged children all the way across the board. But that's one of my big whys, right? One of my big whys is I want to make a difference in as many children's lives as possible, and young adults, because a lot of these kids are being emancipated into society and they don't have the tools, they don't have the resources, and they're just being fast tracked right into the prison system, and a lot of things are happening. Okay, and I believe we can do better, and I want to do the best that I can to make a difference. And I know that will make my parents proud, it'll make my wife proud, my children will be proud. Okay, because it's not just about the what your why is, but it's about who your why is. Okay, and you got to make those connections. You got to make those connections because it's going to strengthen you. It's going to be that thing that's going to enable you to endure. I mean, you guys heard it in the video. It's not just me saying this. Everybody who's successful saying the same things. These are the one things that they all agree on. They might disagree on everything else, but you will notice the consistency that they agree. This is what it takes, to achieve higher success. Okay, so that's a little bit about my why and who my why is. And in order for me to make a difference the way that I want to in the foster care system and for young disadvantaged children is, the only way I'm gonna be able to do that is by generating enough success to enable me to do so. And the way that I am being led to generate that success is by helping other people generate success as well. So the more success you guys make, the more success I'll have, the more I can, achieve my goals. You guys can achieve your goals, and we all can make history, and we can make the world a better place. So that's just another example of what my why is, and I just appreciate you guys opening up and being able to hear it and being able to share yours as well, as we all get to know one another and get to know ourselves a little deeper as we move forward to achieve our goals here. Okay. Now, I saw a very special lady raise her hand as well, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce her up to the call today. She's one of our top senior founders. Okay. And she is a fantastic leader, just a servant leader, doing everything she can, not to just help her team, but to help everyone in the company. It is undeniable, the love that she has in her heart, the wisdom that she has, her intelligence, her professionalism is unmatched. And I just really appreciate all that she does. So without any further ado, I want to introduce up Candy Schultz to the call. Candy, I'm unmuting you now. There you go.
Hello, Shane. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Shane, for those beautiful words. My goodness, I'm a little emotional. I really enjoyed Bruce bringing Michael Spriggs up. And I just wanted to commend him. He has reached out to me, and he is in communication with me really daily. And he is just going after it. I mean, he's so passionate. And, he just chatted a little bit ago that, he got choked up. He has so many whys. But that's what we're here for. We're here to help everyone achieve their why no matter, you know, what that is. And, you know, the whys are multiple. The whys are multiple for many of us. And Shane, your why is just beautiful. I mean, anytime we can touch the heart of a child, and, you know, just touch the family unit in general, I mean, that's what it's all about, really. And, but Michael Spriggs, keep going. I'm just so proud of you. Be consistent, keep doing what you're doing. And he's just working really, really diligently and consistently. And, you know, he's bringing free members in, and he's just doing an outstanding job. And I'm just really proud of him. I guess Bruce brought him in. So I didn't know him before he reached out to me, but I just love people seeing, I just love seeing people being so consistent and not being afraid, and, you know, just really owning up to whatever their experience level is, and just forgetting about the fear, which is just simply false evidence appearing real, and just going after their why, fulfilling their why. And Shane, it's you who have given us the pathway, the vehicle with LMG, so that, you know, all of these multiple whys can be met. So it's just so touching. And then Ty Young, the other reason I raised my hand, Ty Young, wonderful founder, and just an outstanding team member, would like to share his why. And I don't think he could find the hands up. So I was kind of just making an entryway for him to share his why. But that's really all that I have for right now. I know that I had shared my why before, but I guess I'll just say this, Shane. One of my biggest whys for why LMG, why Lifestyle Marketing Group, is because so many people that I see on this call, so many people, you know, that are becoming founders, that are a free member, that are getting ready to upgrade, you know, that are wanting to see what it is we're doing, you know, wanting to see what it is we're passionate about. You know, for me, we finally have that thing. I mean, Sharon Shepherd, you know, she's passionately sharing, and she messages me almost every day, Shane, and she just says, we finally found the one. This is the business. You know, this is the business that's going to change lives. And she's just so excited every single day. And it's just, it is extraordinary when you think about it. And I can't take it for granted. And I don't think really many of us are, if any of us are, that we're actually aligned with a phenomenal company. You know, we're aligned with a CEO who actually cares, who actually gets it. And June 1st is, my goodness, just days away. And we're going to launch with only 1,000 founders. And I just don't even, I mean, it gives me chills. When I was listening to your overview last night, it's like, I just don't even know if we actually get it yet, if we've pinched ourselves to know what's actually about to happen come June 1st with these marketing campaigns, and, you know, the automation, as well as what we can do on our own, and where we want to help people. And come June 1st, you know, we want to have our LMG corporate Facebook group, and our back office is, you know, power packed, and just continuing to add to those things, resources and tools that people can use to help them grow into the founder and into the LMG member that they want to be. So the whys are really important to Shane, to Bruce, to me, to all of the leaders. They're super important, because your whys become our whys. It's like, we want to help you. We want to help you fulfill your whys. So that's it. If you could bring our awesome friend Ty in. Thank you, Shane, for giving me a couple minutes.
You are so welcome. And thank you, Candy. We're always blessed to hear from you. All right. Let's see here. Ty, we've unmuted you, and we would love to hear from you. Hey, see you there on the camera too. How you doing, Ty?
I'm all right. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you and see you. Thank you for joining and sharing.
You're welcome. I'll start out, first of all, I've been online for like 11 years. And I've always wanted to make an income at home so that I wouldn't have to go to work and gain time freedom, right? But as time went on, my heart changed into the idea that, well, this could produce time freedom for a lot of people, you know? And then I never even heard of a why before, before I started the internet stuff. And then I got into that a long time ago too, about I'd say like 10 years ago. I heard about a why, and then I actually did a why about 6 years ago. And then that was for another company, but it was an okay company. I just couldn't. I wasn't a recruiting type person. I couldn't recruit people. I didn't have the gift of gab or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I had I always had a strong faith in Christ. And David Ball, when he had me join this company, he said, "Ty, these are believers, so they believe like you do." And the reason why he said that is because I kept putting scripture on my timeline on Facebook here. Like say, I started out 6 months ago putting scripture on my timeline. And the main reason why is because I have the Holy Spirit working in my heart and convicting my heart a lot and about a lot of things. And it's changing me. It's changing the way I'm thinking. I'm changing the way I feel about things. And I think the greatest why for me now would be to further the kingdom of God. And God to me is love. And I want to be about love. And I want to love people in a proper sense and a proper way instead of the way I always deemed love to be, or try to act towards people. And but I still have work to do with myself. I still get angry, and I still have things that go on that I mean, it kind of hinders it. You know what I mean? It kind of hinders my relationships with people and building that. But I'll tell you what, every time I make a mistake, I can ask forgiveness, and then that teaches me that I'm being forgiven, and then I'm able to forgive other people. And then me forgiving other people and being merciful towards other people and being grateful as all get out, it changes people in my sight, and it helps me become a better person. And so I see a lot of good things in this company that's helping people become better. And one of the best things is time freedom that you're going to produce for a lot of people. I'm going to use my time freedom to further the kingdom of God and care about other people. And I want to make an impact on people that have Christ in their heart. I'm going to seek out people that I know have Christ in their heart, and I'm going to bless them as much as I possibly can, because in Matthew 25, Jesus comes back and he says, "Come into my kingdom, faithful servant." And I want to be one of those people that he tells to come into my kingdom, because you clothed me when I needed clothes. You fed me when I was hungry. You came to me when I was in prison, and all those beautiful things that this company is going to produce. I want to be a part of too. I want to help. I want to care about people, and I want to produce time freedom for those people that are further in the kingdom of God, which is love. And that's my why.
Wow, that is powerful. Ty Young, everybody. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. And man, that's deep. You're truly connected to your passion, to your purpose, and you keeping that at the forefront of your whole existence, your reason for being. I believe it's already having its effect. And we've seen that today as you shared. So thank you, Ty. Thank you so much, man. This is great, everybody. This is what it's about. LMGY Wednesdays. Okay. All right. We got a couple more hands raised. Okay. And next up, I see here we have Randy LeBlanc, who've raised a hand. Let me just scroll through so I can get you unmuted. Please bear with me. You were just there, and suddenly I have to seek you out. So please just bear with me. Oh, here's what I can do. There we go. All right, you're unmuted, Randy, and thank you so much for being willing to share.
All right. Yeah, my why is basically my one of my friends knocked on my door when I was 16, and I went to work and I started putting up fences, and I've been doing fences since I was 16. I haven't stopped, and I'm just my main thing is the 40 to 48 hours a week. Is just I don't want to do it no more. You know, it's just it doesn't matter how hard we work. The money's not enough. I mean, like you said in the other meeting, I mean, I owned Gulf Coast Vinyl Fence in Louisiana, and it's like, still, I mean, yeah, I made more money, but I still had a lot of issues. You know, work gets slow, and then you don't have no money coming in, or you got to get rid of installers because you don't have enough work. Just ready to get away from that. You know.
I heard that, the rat race, as they say. And, we talk about that in our presentations, and you see it all the time by experts when they talk about the cash flow quadrant. Anytime you're just exchanging your time for money, uh, you have no leverage. You're just being leveraged. And even though we shine a light on that, and we want to recognize it so we can move out of it, one thing is for certain: you have to appreciate what you have to get where you want to go. So, at the same time, we don't downplay jobs. We don't downplay people doing what they have to do to survive. We say, hey, you want to do that, you have to do that, but you want to have a vision for your future. You want to make a plan, right? And you want to be diligent in that, so that way you can transition and you can advance beyond that current state into what it is that you're truly desiring. And it's my opinion that most people don't undergo that process because they cancel it all out before they can even have a chance to fully execute. So they determine in their mind what is not possible, and I believe that all things are possible. So
Yeah,
thank you, Randy.
when I'd make enough money to do something, I didn't have time to do it because it took me 7 days, all day long. So didn't have no time to spend the money and go enjoy it.
I know that's right. So we thank you. We thank you for your participation. We thank you for sharing. And, this is what it takes, guys. This is what we're going to do to get where we want to go. All right. Thanks again, Randy.
Yep, they will.
All right. I see we have another hand raised. And thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Let's hear from Kendra Lloyd. Kendra, we've unmuted you. And thank you very much for being willing to share.
Hello, everyone. How are you guys?
Very good. Thank you. And thanks for joining.
I'm grinning from ear to ear because, for one thing, Ty, he just blessed me. I'm telling you, when you don't find too many companies when you start talking about God and and how He uses us, far as our good things that happen to us and our bad things that happen to us. Those things happen for a reason. So I understand the wanting to help. All of us have that same trait in us. We want to help, and you especially want to help the ones, like you said, that are like-minded, like we are, and I just take my hat off to him because, like I said, he just blessed me just by listening to what he was saying and listening to other people as well. I remember last week I was on and I was listening to, I was tearing up last week too, So, but I really want to talk about my friend Randy. He has, Randy and I just met. I mean, it's probably been about a couple of months now, but it seemed like we've been knowing each other for years, So I thank God for him, and I just, I want the best for him. He's such a wonderful person. We text each other, back and forth, and talk about the business. And he said, I really want you to do this with me. And I'm all aboard, So my why is I'm disabled, and I have a 12-year-old son that's totally disabled. He's mentally and physically challenged. He has water on the brain. He has, along with that comes seizures, scoliosis, cerebral palsy. So I need to do this because I need to be able to take care of myself. I'm a single mom, and I need to be able to take care of myself. And I don't get no help, and not even from the county. They, can't help me to the capacity that I need, which is I have to have back surgery done. So I have to have somebody in here 24/7 to take care of my son, and they're not going to do that. So I have to get this money up. And by me doing this and sharing this, it will bring the income that I need to hire someone that I can trust to take care of my son, like I would if I was still here. So I thank God, and I thank this group for giving me the opportunity to be able to even see the light at the end of the tunnel, to be able to do this and share it, with everyone, and be able to get self-sufficient again. Because when I was in the working world, like Randy said, you work in so many hours, and you just don't have time for family or doing. You just want to eat, sleep, and that's it. And then you got to get up and do the rat race again.
Right.
So this will allow us to have time freedom. You'll be able to go to your PTA meetings, your soccer, games with your kids. You can take off and, take them to a doctor's appointment without saying, oh, you can't do this or you can't do that. So it's just time freedom and just being able to do what we want to do, period. So I thank you all. I thank you all, and God bless you all.
Wow, thank you, Kendra, and God bless you as well. You know what, guys, this is what it's all about, and everybody does. Everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own why and what's driving them. And Kendra, you just blessed us all with yours. And one thing that I love and that I see and I've seen with so many of our leaders and our founders here with LMG is that even if we're experiencing some challenges, even if we have struggles in life, it is so refreshing to hear you all press forward through any of them, and for you to continue to have hope, and for you to continue working on that and building on that, and striving towards your ultimate goal, and having the confidence to move forward. It does. It touches me, and I'm sure it's touching everybody on the line. So thank you so much, Kendra, for sharing so authentically here with us on the group. All right. Now I do see that we had Robert raised his hand again, and it's always good to hear from Robert. So let me go ahead and unmute you. All right, Robert, there you go.
Hey, Shane, I'm going to more on a personal level. First of all, I have had so many over the years. None of them does Why Wednesdays like you guys do. So important. That puts a more personal connection with it. We reconnect with each other. We get this as a family. We're learning about each much intimacy and so much love and affection to everyone. And me, about 2 years ago, Shane, I didn't think I was gonna make it. Bro, man, I couldn't believe what she was able to do. Wow, over the years, Shane, I've got hit by a car, crosses the street, no broke. A year later, I got thrown off of a Segway, full body whiplash. A few years later, I got a steel cable, landed in the middle of my back. I've had so much bad luck, injuries with my spine. I'm sitting against something because of my back. Last week, Shane, I was in a lot of pain after our Glenda she gave me another reason to do this. she did something in my head. I'm like, yes, finally I could connect with somebody. But Shane reminded me that 2 years ago when I was in the so low and so much pain, nobody could hardly hear me on the phone. I had to walk around with a cane. I couldn't even stand up because I didn't know, the doctors couldn't find anything wrong with me. It was muscular, not to the hospital, but they couldn't find anything wrong with me. So I kept praying. A friend of mine, with a friend of mine in Louisiana, and I turned to the Lord to be reborn. And that day, I started laughing. And since then, my health improved. To take care of my physical well-being started arriving, and one thing after another. What, Shane? But I'm coming into some money very soon for someone, and I'm going to be able to utilize different things to help other people, but focus on this business and my health, and everything has turned my life around. And so thank you to Tide for reminding me, and some people are going to tell you, you're going to hear this, and then maybe people on the line right now that, oh, I work 12-hour graveyard shifts. I sleep during the day. The day I have no time to do a business, to be honest with you. This is perfect. It's perfect for those who are not feeling well. It's perfect for anyone. Just focus on is doing the heavy lifting. You just participate. So you don't have to be, if you're a heavy hitter, it's something for everybody, young, old, it doesn't matter. You're good to go. So thank you so much, Shane. God bless you again.
And Robert, thank you, and God bless you as well. We appreciate your positive energy. We appreciate you sharing, and your diligence here as we, press forward with this concept, with this company, with this growing community. And guys, we're just getting started. I mean, we're barely even getting started, So, just imagine how it'll be in the future. I mean, how many lives will be touched? How many people will be impacted? And like Robert was saying, there's a fit for practically anybody here. Just find your fit and continue going from there. And this is exactly what we wanted. For the people. This is for the people. We didn't design this for the rich to get richer or anything like that. We designed this so that way the people who are hungering and thirsting for success, to live a life of peace and happiness and joy. We want to help be a catalyst or a conduit to help them achieve that. And us growing as a community, the way that we're coming together on these Wednesdays is a huge part of that. So I just want to thank everybody again for your participation and the massive effect that it is having. So I see here Bruce raised his hand. How you doing there, Bruce? We went ahead and unmuted you as well.
Thank you, sir. Now, before we get out of here, man, this has been good. This is good. The whys we're hearing tonight's been good.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to tell everybody, I don't know whether there's any people on here this is their first call or whatever or not, but I want them to know, if it is, I want them to know I've been in this business a long time, all right? And never have I ever had a CEO that I could communicate like I can with Shane, all right? It never was open. Yeah, I could send a text or something or other, maybe occasional Zoom or something or another. But Shane's there available for us at any time. Anytime. He may not get right back with you, but he'll get back with you within 4 or 5 hours. All right, I guarantee that. So that's something I've never seen. I think a lot of people on here, I think Candy could say the same thing. Ty, I think he could say the same thing. It's just not there. This here's the only place in the market. I've got another company I was with that I could communicate with the CEO, but it's very rare, very rare. So we're lucky to have you, Shane, and I appreciate it. and I hope everybody here does and understands what we have. You know, if this thing fails, which I pray to God it don't, it ain't because Shane's not trying. All right, he's not out here to scam us out our money, take our money. He's here to help. So thumbs up to you. And I also add real quickly, get on the call tomorrow night with Candy when she does her training. All right, she's fantastic. I hope y'all recognize that. If you want to learn a little bit about Facebook sharing, get on the call tomorrow night and learn. All right, anybody needs anything out of me, I'm always here. All right, just get a hold of me. Friend me on Facebook, whatever. All right, that's all I got, Shane. I appreciate it.
Well, Bruce, I appreciate you and thank you so much. Thank you for those kind words. Thank you for your servant leadership, your belief, your dedication, everything that you're doing. You're absolutely amazing. I just say, you know, I'm just grateful for the friendships, for the relationships, for the partnerships that we're all making with each other. And yes, I'm going to continue to try my best to communicate as much as possible. I mean, think about it, guys. And if you're on this call now, and you've signed up for free, you haven't upgraded yet, or if you're just here for the first time, get back to the person who invited you, get their link, create your free account. You can learn more about it and you can upgrade and become a founder too. Now, I'm saying that because this is us, right? This is our company. You know, I try my hardest not to ever say mine or I. You know, it's always us and we, because at the end of the day, no one person can do a big thing. Okay, it takes a group, it takes a community to tackle something and to make history. And this is us, this is our company. You know, we started a goal. We said we was going to start with our 50 senior founders, and we hit that goal. Okay, and we opened up the pre-launch and start attacking our goals. And as we went through that, we decided, okay, no, you know, instead of waiting to build up the company and gain a whole bunch of momentum before we fully launch, we decided, no, we're going to launch this thing early because this is what is needed in the marketplace today. This is what the people need. Okay. And everybody can grow with the company. But I'm saying that to say this, all right, this is us. This is our company. All right. You guys are founders. If you're not a founder yet, then the time is ticking, and there's only a limited amount of founders that we're bringing on. And it's always going to be that. It's always going to be our company. We founded this. We're the ones that are taking this to market before it really grows to become what we believe and know that it will become. As long as we continue on our path, as long as we stay focused, as long as we continue doing these activities, these enriching events and community building and relationship building practices, you know, we will achieve our goals. So, you know, I just want to thank you guys all again. And I look forward to us just continuing on our path. We're hitting our numbers, okay, and we'll continue to hit our numbers, all right, and we'll throw even more goals up there on the wall, and take those down as well, right? So I just want to ask before we adjourn this meeting, you know, I want to promote also our referral partner training tomorrow as well. I'll go over some more stuff and details, and we're going to have the honor and privilege to hear from Candy Schultz as well tomorrow on that social media training. She has some very great proven concepts. Her and her team have been doing very well following that system. And we're so blessed that she'd be willing to fully open up to everybody who's willing to listen, who have ears to listen and eyes to see and a heart to follow and execute. Okay, so I want to encourage you guys to join us again tomorrow, same time, not the same place because it has its own unique link. Okay, but follow that link to join us at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for our referral partner training. And I just want to ask you, Candy, before we close, if you wanted to have any closing remarks before we adjourn this evening.
I just want to thank everyone for opening up and sharing your why tonight. Just so raw and real and authentic. And, you know, I saw a few people in the chat just really sharing their enthusiasm. Really, we are building and growing a close-knit family of founders and of friends here with LMG. And, you really open the door for that, Shane. And it is quite extraordinary to be aligned with a CEO who is so professional yet so personal. And I just think that the world has not seen yet just how outstanding LMG is going to be with all of the proprietary things that, you are putting through the conduit that we're all going to have to work with, and the lives that are going to be touched through LMG. It all starts with every one of you here on this call. Every founder that's in, all almost 700 of us now. And so let's all passionately share. We're just, about 19 days, Shane, 18 days away from June 1st. And I had it goal that we would actually know better. There is no like LMG, nothing. It's not words, it's not hype, it's not smoke and mirrors. I mean, find another thing as unique as LMG. It's just not out there. And it's because it was created by this man who opens up to us, who shares with us, who we see and hear from every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and every day that surrounds that in our chats. So we're a part of something that's huge, but yet still seems so intimate. And I believe that it will always be this way because this is the foundation that we're laying for LMG. So I love y'all. Have a great night. And I can't wait to share with you tomorrow. And Shane will be sharing tomorrow as well, doing some training on LMG. So I won't take up all the time, but I sure do look forward to sharing with y'all.
All right. Thank you again, Candy, for everything that you do and everything that you will do moving forward. We greatly appreciate it. All right. And thanks again, all of you on the line, for participating. And again, if you're watching this as a recording, we want to thank you as well. We're all in this together, and we're looking forward to helping as many people as possible live the lifestyle of their dream. Okay. So this is Shane Hyman for Lifestyle Marketing Group, signing off, saying goodbye. God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now. See you at the top.